Hello everybody, in this video we will take the usefulness of the gravity. So what I'm going to show you here, if you're having kind of a hard time deciding whether to use gravity or not, but you have other good options, in this video I'm going to show you for the Result Tempest knife. Alright, so basically just have here a build, quick build, meta build, but what we're going to do is we're going to test how good this one is. Keep in mind we have exploding here, sharpness between level 1 committed and critical at level 3 gilded. And the thing is that you might think, alright, if I can group enemies with gravity, pull them in, the explosion of course will be very good because enemies kind of group tight together and will be able to get hit by the exploding as well. So well, we need to test it out, so I'm going to show you gameplay of course. This is without having gravity on the weapon. Again, gravity pulls enemies towards the impact point of the weapon, right? So let's do this. This is Apocalypse plus 25. I won't take the buffs. So we can see I need to deal with them kind of like, you know, in kind of small batches, right? See, now not actually because there's no gravity, I need to just, some of them need to get close to my weapon in order to get hit, right? We see one exploding taking place, it's amazing. Alright. Now the thing is, you need to understand that in this case they're really kind of aggressive coming towards me. There are many enemies. In regular round of course they're going to be enemies kind of spread apart. Alright, so but still you're going to have an idea the usefulness of having gravity, because we're going to change to it in a second. I'm going to use Gong now. Gong. I'm going to take the extra. Right, we're soon going to change to gravity and we're going to see how it feels. We're not going to pick up anything. All right. Cool. Now we're going to go back. We're going to start again. This time, again, it feels, you know, there's always kind of a delay when I play with gravity, especially with weapons at a very small hit area like the fighter's binding. It can be very, very effective. But keep in mind that this synergizes, the gravity synergizes well with especially radiance on the fighter's binding, because you don't have kind of lots of situations where you need to seek for enemies to hit them, right? You continuously hitting enemies, so you continue generating healing. So it's very effective because it has a very small area. I'm just going to show you the fighter's binding. All right, see the area is small, the impact area, all right, the hit area, right? So it's small. All right, now what I'm going to do is going to put gravity here, and we're going to go into the same level, do this Apocalypse plus 25, and you can notice the difference. Now enemies will be magnetically pulled towards the impact point of the weapon. All right, so if they are even a bit far, we just kind of cramped into the weapon, and you can see the results. Let's take a look. I'm just going to stand with shift so you can actually see. Alright, let's take this one. And let's do this. Much faster clear up. You see, much faster. It's immediate, you're going to feel it. So if they are behind you, you know, they are pulled towards the weapon. It just feels so smooth when you play with gravity. And of course it's great for exploding as well. You keep them tied together. It's like the combat is self-managed itself. That's how it feels like. I feel like kind of automatic. It just feels so smooth. So the clearance of enemies is just so much better. I'm gonna take this. Oh, another one. Oh, up. All right. It's amazing, amazing how it feels the difference when you're using gravity. And especially feels smoother with this particular weapon because you can actually move fast after limiting enemies. So it really kind of makes everything, the gameplay feels so, I don't know, it's great. It's just standing in place and hitting. No need to seek for enemies, there's no time to seek them. Just attach to your weapon. Just works so well. This is a big difference. And why I actually love playing with gravity. Of course, in weapons, the hit area is not that big. Of course, the geometric shape varies between weapons, but you can feel it immediately. You can try it out with different weapons and see what works best for you. Of course, it's not be useful for all weapons. This weapon just works so well. But when I play with the fighter's binding, it was kind of for me like almost a must. It was just so useful to me. It's just so slick. So the group of enemies, I'm just staying and tapping, and they're just pulled into the weapon. Feels amazing. Yeah. So as you can see, it works amazingly well. And for me, for the Fighter's Binding, it was a must because I just didn't enjoy Fighter's Binding without it. It just was so much fun. Making sure that I can eat enemies all the time. But even then, even without, of course, this is not great for radiance because the speed is low. Still, it works so well. So if you have a choice to choose something, of course, there are many other great enchantments like Guarding Strike and Refreshment. Of course, it depends on the build. Now, if you know, one of my builds, EF5 Tornado, was kind of a build around this where I pulled enemy with the gravity of the armor, which has a bigger radius, and they pull them in. I also have a bow that pulls in enemies when I roll. So I actually really pull the enemies towards me, and then even further because of when I hit them with the weapon. So it feels really kind of sticky and fun. So this is something you can do, play with it. There are different options you can do. But overall, I really like gravity on the weapon, mainly. Sometimes I use it for different builds on the armor as well, but most of the time, I found that there are better enchantment to use with gravity on the armor, and so I use them instead of the gravity on the armor. But on the weapon, I just love it. So tell me what you think about gravity on the weapon, if you use it, and for which weapons. Share with me in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about it. I'll see you very soon in the next video. Consider subscribing to my channel. Give this one a little like. See you soon, very soon, on the next one. Cheers. Bye bye.